Hello everyone, I'm back with another update. I had intended to make a 6-month video, but I realized it was almost 7 months by the time I thought about it, so I thought I'd just wait till 7 months. So the third was technically exactly 7 months, but since the third was a Saturday, yeah, same thing. So in the past 7 months, I have been able to work on 5 different projects at my job. I've worked with Vue and Electron, just ViewBot Self, Craft CMS and Twig, and then recently React Native. For those who have been following my journey from the beginning, you probably know like I really love React. So when I finally got to work with React at work, I was so excited just because like I wanted to know, I guess, like what a professional React app looked like, opposed to like my own personal projects. So although it's not regular React, it's React Native. For the most part, I guess some of the main concepts are the same, but there's like the weirdest things that just the way React Native is, you have to do it differently. Like for example, I went down a rabbit hole at work trying to figure out how to make a background image for React Native. And like, of course, I know how to add a background image to something, but you have to do it differently in React Native. So it's like, I'm learning all the little ins and outs, the little gotchas, I guess, as people say, with that. So it's been pretty fun. And also just because I was more interested in React anyway, it just feels easier to work with it, or I don't know what, I guess that's probably not the word I want to use, but I'm just going to go with that. But yeah, I'd say the difference between now and when I started, I'm definitely getting assigned much more tickets during sprints. It's not taking me quite as long to finish my tickets, although there's usually like at least one ticket. I feel like every sprint, it's like you think it's going to be super simple, but it's something in there that once you start working on it, you're like, well, this is not going to be simple. So, but for the most part, I feel like I'm getting work done a lot faster than before. I'm getting much more comfortable, and most importantly, getting much more comfortable asking questions. Of course, those you know, I'm self-taught, so I'm so used to just having to tough it out and figure it out for myself, or not. So just getting more comfortable putting myself out there, asking questions. And one benefit is because I'm working with React, we have a service that's available to us 3 days a week, and we can just ask them questions. But the caveat is it's usually only for React or React Native. So for, I guess, the first like 5 months or so working there, I wasn't working in React, so unfortunately I couldn't really utilize that service. But so now that I can, I feel like it probably maybe that helps make some of the difference. But yeah, I definitely still like it. I don't feel like I'm working. I'm just having fun, to be honest. But yeah, one thing, I would say imposter syndrome has died down. It's just as a junior, for me anyway, I can't speak for anyone else, I always wonder like what someone else's expectation is of me. Like, okay, I've been here for 7 months, like how much do they really expect me to know, or like what am I really expected to do at this point? And of course, like there is no black and white answer to that question. And like I remember I mentioned this at my during my one-on-one, and they told me, you know, if you weren't doing what we thought you should be capable of doing, like you would know. And I was like, well, all right, I'll take that. But yeah, it's like you never, especially as a junior, like you don't know where the bar is really. And like same question that we all had when we were trying to get a job: how much are we supposed to know to be considered to be hireable? And that feeling really doesn't go away once you get a job, because like, all right, you got the job, and like when you're new, you're like really new, like your first month, first week, of course, like, all right, I'm new, so like of course I'm just getting acclimated to everything. But once the months go by, then you feel like, okay, I should be asking less questions, or I should just know how to do this at this point. But realistically, it may not be the case. Some things I'll just know off the top of my head just because I've seen it before. Other things I have no idea, so I ask. But yeah, that's the main takeaway, I'd say. Starting to get more comfortable, realizing like some things like you just won't know just roll with it. If you were really doing bad, someone would tell you. What else? I'm trying to think. Oh, another thing. For the first couple months, once I got off, I really didn't have much interest in coding just because I was racking my brain for 8 hours at work. The last thing I want to do when I got off is go sit at a computer again and then code some more. So I was just relaxing. But I think I finally got that out of my system for the last, I don't know, a week or two. I've been getting into other things, like making a list of all the like tutorials that I want to watch, things I want to make and whatnot. So I'm getting back into the swing of things. So, but yeah, I will say, piece of advice, especially like those who were really on the grind to get their first job. Once you get your first job, like, allow yourself to relax. And that's one thing I wish I had just done from the beginning. Like, I know when I first started, I was still doing things on the side or whatever, but like, you made it. Like, make sure that you celebrate that you made it, and like, allow yourself to just relax, enjoy yourself for a little bit. And then naturally, because I'm sure most people just like to code regardless. So like, that curiosity to like learn new things or like mess with new technology, like, that's going to naturally come back. So I will say that. Anything else? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. I'll try, won't promise, but I'll try to make another video around month 9 or so, and then another one at a year. But yeah, thanks for watching.